In early 2024, WWE had its dream match ready to go, The Rock versus Roman Reigns. It was the biggest main event imaginable, a showdown between cousins for the title of head of the table, all set for WrestleMania. But there was one massive, unforeseen problem. The fans hated it. In fact, they started an open revolt. This is the story of how a single creative decision lit a firestorm, how the fans hijacked the road to WrestleMania, and how a plan years in the making was torn up in just a matter of days. For years, it was the match everyone was talking about. Ever since Roman Reigns transformed into the tyrannical tribal chief in 2020, the question lingered. What would happen if his cousin, the biggest movie star on the planet, came back to challenge him? The story wrote itself. It was about family, legacy, and the claim to be the true head of the table in the legendary Anoa'i wrestling dynasty. The Rock even confirmed that WWE had kicked around the idea for WrestleMania 39 in 2023, but the timing wasn't quite right. Fast forward to the start of 2024, and the stars seemed to be aligning perfectly. The Rock started showing up more, teasing a confrontation. The whispers got louder. A collision felt not just possible, but inevitable. This wasn't just another match. It was a pop culture event that would go far beyond the wrestling world. WWE had its blockbuster main event locked and loaded, or so they thought. The first domino tipped over on the February 2nd episode of SmackDown. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, had just won the Royal Rumble for the second year in a row, punching his ticket to a championship match at WrestleMania. His path was crystal clear. After a crushing loss to Roman Reigns the year before, this was his moment of redemption. This was his chance to finally finish the story and win the one championship that his iconic father, Dusty Rhodes, never held. But then, in a move that will go down in WWE history, Cody Rhodes stood in the ring and announced he would not be challenging Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. He said that while he wanted that title, he wanted to take everything from Reigns, and someone else understood that mission even better. On cue, out walked The Rock. The two men shook hands and hugged as Rhodes appeared to hand over his hard-earned spot. The show went off the air with a stare-down between The Rock and Roman Reigns. The dream match was on. But in the background, a revolution was just getting started. The fan reaction wasn't just bad, it was a full-on mutiny. The YouTube clip of the segment generated historic backlash, quickly becoming the most disliked video in WWE history at the time. The hashtag #WeWantCody exploded on social media, trending globally for days. Fans who had poured their hearts into Cody's 2-year journey felt completely betrayed. This wasn't just about wanting one match over another. It was a flat-out rejection of a part-time legend swooping in to steal the spotlight from a deserving full-time star. The anger was impossible to ignore. Arenas echoed with thunderous, "We want Cody," and "Rocky sucks" chants, something that would have been unthinkable just a few weeks earlier. Reports swirled that even people backstage were stunned by the decision and were hoping the fan outrage might force the company to reconsider. The company had drastically underestimated the bond between Cody and the audience and the sheer emotional power of his story. To really get what was happening, you have to look past the ring and into the boardroom. Just weeks before this whole mess, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was appointed to the board of directors of TKO Group Holdings, the new parent company of WWE and UFC. This was no honorary title. The Rock was now a powerful executive, a move that came with a massive stock deal and, for the first time, full ownership of the Rock trademark. This new corporate role added a thick layer of suspicion for many fans. Some saw it as a power play, with Johnson leveraging his boardroom influence to stick himself in the year's biggest match. His job was to help launch WWE into a new stratosphere of mainstream entertainment, but to the furious fans, it just looked like corporate greed was about to flatten the most organic story they'd seen in years. The line between Dwayne the Entertainer and Dwayne the TKO board member was getting blurry, and the audience wasn't having it. If you're enjoying this look at how the road to WrestleMania got completely turned on its head, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. We get into the biggest stories in wrestling every single week, and you don't want to miss what we have coming up. With the WWE Universe in open revolt and the We Want Cody movement gaining steam, the company was stuck between a rock and a hard place. The dream match was rapidly becoming a PR nightmare. A change of plans wasn't just an option, it was the only way out. The big moment came at a special WrestleMania kickoff press event in Las Vegas. The whole thing was set up to make Rock versus Roman official, but it ended up being the stage for one of the most dramatic U-turns in WWE history. In a tense face-off, Roman Reigns chose The Rock as his opponent, dismissing Cody Rhodes. But when Cody fired back, bringing their families into it, The Rock snapped. He slapped Cody right across the face, a shocking move that instantly destroyed his People's Champion image. That was it. That was the pivot. The Rock officially turned heel, joining forces with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline against Cody Rhodes. The dream match was dead. In its place, a new main event was born. A massive tag team match for Night 1 of WrestleMania pitting The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. The fans had done it. They had screamed so loud that WWE had no choice but to listen, and in doing so, they completely rewrote the main event of WrestleMania. From the wreckage of that failed hero's return, a new, terrifying, and incredible character emerged. The final boss. Leaning right into the hate, The Rock transformed. Gone were the sing-alongs and crowd-pleasing catchphrases. Instead, we got a vicious, arrogant Hollywood mogul who laughed at the fans and called them Cody crybabies. He cut long, scathing promos on social media that brilliantly blurred the line between reality and story. This new version of The Rock was, as he put it, one of the most gratifying things he's ever done in his career. He called the final boss the greatest heel professional wrestling has seen, an unstoppable force who could do and say whatever he wanted. In a perfect twist of irony, the fan rebellion that rejected The Rock as a hero ended up creating the best villain in the business, breathing new life into the whole saga and making the road to WrestleMania more exciting than ever. The pivot set the stage for an epic two-night WrestleMania. On Night 1, The Rock and Roman Reigns beat Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, making Cody's mission seem almost impossible. But on Night 2, in the main event, Cody Rhodes finally overcame the odds. After interference from a parade of legends, he defeated Roman Reigns to become the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. He had, at long last, finished his story. The Rock's return didn't lead to the one-on-one match everyone expected. Instead, it created a ripple effect that lifted up multiple stars. It gave Seth Rollins a huge WrestleMania moment, cemented Cody Rhodes as the undisputed top good guy in the company, and added a fresh, dangerous layer to the Bloodline. The original plan might have been a simple dream match, but the chaotic, fan-driven journey we got was a richer and more satisfying story for everyone. The story of The Rock's 2024 return is a wild testament to the power of a passionate fan base. It's one of those rare moments where the audience's voice was so loud and so unified that it forced a billion-dollar company to rip up its biggest plans and start over. What began as a blockbuster idea became a tangled saga of fan rebellion, corporate politics, and incredible creative reinvention. The Rock didn't get his match with Roman Reigns, but he might have found something way better, the single most compelling character of his wrestling career. And Cody Rhodes, the man who was almost pushed to the side, got to finish his story in the most epic way possible. It all leaves us with one massive question. When the final boss comes back, what does he have in store for the new world he helped create? So what did you think about this whole situation? Did WWE make the right call in switching gears, or would you have rather seen the original dream match? Let us know what you think down in the comments. And if you haven't yet, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another breakdown of the wild world of professional wrestling.